Welcome to this presentation of the Darress Theatre for the Morris County Historic Preservation Trust in March 2023. This video was created with excerpts and images from the master plan and concept design of the Darress Theatre, prepared for the town of Boonton by Mills and Schnoring Architects. Additional images were provided by Boonton's Historical Society and Museum. The Darress Theatre was the brainchild of Claire Darress, pictured here at approximately 1940. It's believed that Darress wanted to create a fireproof theater after the horrific Iroquois Theater fire in Chicago, Illinois in 1903, which killed over 600 people. Local Boonton newspapers described a fireproof theater coming to Main Street. Construction began in 1920, and the 900-seat theater opened June 30th, 1921, as a vaudeville and motion picture theater. Originally, the theater was named the Darress Theatre, as you can see here in these newspaper clippings. In 1927, new owners changed the name to the State Theatre and added the trademark marquee that you see here. This marquee design was the inspiration for this artistic rendering, as well as the inspiration for the future design of the newly renovated Darress Theatre. 1929 brought additional improvements for the theater, including a new heating plant that was advertised to patrons as "Come in and feel comfy." In the summer of 1929, Typhoon cooling fans were installed in the theater and advertised as a great place to come in and cool down during the hot summer. In the 1930s, the State Theatre thrived with many local events such as bank nights, local football games, and fundraisers for the fire department. Seen here is an advertisement for the movie Baboona, where patrons could come and see the movie and visit the baboon in the lobby of the State Theatre. The 30s brought a movie to the State Theatre 4 to 7 days a week, along with other events such as Bank Night, offering patrons a cash award. The 40s and 50s were much of the same, with slight decrease in attendance. By the 1970s, the State Theatre closed. In 1980, Tim Timbrook purchased the theater and changed the name back to the original Darress Theatre. Mr. Timbrook also made several interior changes, adding a wall which changed the interior seating to 200 seats and opened the range of activities from film and children's theater and magic shows. During Mr. Timbrook's 40-year ownership, there were various aesthetic changes to the theater's interior and exterior, and the grand marquee was lost due to repeated damage. The marquee that you see before you was the final revision of the marquee, and the same marquee that stands today. The town of Boonton purchased the Darress Theatre in December of 2020 with hopes of revitalizing the theater to a regional performing arts center seating approximately 500 patrons. It's important to note here the alleyway between the theater and the library, both being town-owned properties. The concept design envisions an elevator to service both buildings, having a significant setback off of Main Street as to not disturb the facade of Main Street, and still having the ability to service both buildings, ensuring that code compliance is met for both buildings, as well as decreasing the construction costs for either building. The Darress Theatre is extremely unique in that when you enter the building, you're actually walking under the stage. It's what's known as a reverse entry theater. You enter the lobby here, which you see in the images, which is in various states of disrepair. This will remain the lobby in the new design. As you walk in, this is your view. You are looking at the audience, which is certainly not the expectation when you walk into a movie theater. Typically, you see the screen. The Darress Theatre was one of the only reverse entry theaters constructed in the United States, and to date is the only theater known of its kind still standing. It is most likely built this way to fit into the side of the mountain and the topology of Main Street. Here you can see the interior and the various levels of seating. You can also note the tin roof that is hopefully going to be able to be salvaged or mimicked in the redesign.